Hi guys. So let us start with our chapter 2 unit 1 illustration number 5, that is journal entries problem number 5. Okay, so yeah, journalize the following transactions, also state the nature of each account involved in the journal entry. Following figures are given in hundreds. As I've already said in the last class, writing this is very important because we should not ignore this. Okay, so let us read the whole journal entries. We are given so many with dates. Okay, so we have total number of entries 15. So let us pass all the journal entries one by one. I think this is the first problem where all the journal entries are given to you. Okay, let's put a proper journal format and see here, not only journalize, but we are also asked to tell the nature of each account. Generally, if you are just passing the journal entries in your 11th and 12th, nature of accounts is not asked. But because we are CS students, an additional column is asked. Only if it is asked, you have to draw that column. If it is not asked, don't draw that column. Okay, only if asked, draw it. If not asked, skip it. Okay, so I have already drawn the format. I have kept the format ready because my lines should come in a proper manner. So okay, I have kept the format already ready. Okay, so let me write the heading. Please write the heading journal and then solve. Okay, write the heading journal, write date, particulars, because in this question we were asked, so I made one additional column, nature of accounts. Write in full, don't write AC, write accounts, ACCUNTS. Okay, you're not allowed to use any kind of shortcuts. Try to write everything in full in the examination as well. Don't use the shortcuts. I'll be using many shortcuts while writing, but I am telling you, you are not allowed to write it. You must write everything in full. That advantage can only be taken by me and not by you. Because you see, very important, uh, right? Because amounts were in hundreds. So don't forget to write this. Amounts were in hundreds. Clear? So shall we start our journal? Already? Okay. So this is the basic of accountancy which you are doing in your 11th and 12th. Science students doing it for the first time. Okay. So no worries. It's very easy. I've already given you the base of how to pass it. But still we will discuss all the things in this problem as well and then solve it. Okay. So yeah. December 1, 2020, Ajit started business with capital 4 lakhs. So December 1. So first write the dates. It is December 1. Ajit started the business with rupees 4 lakh. See, any amount given by the proprietors is treated as what? Liability, but it is capital because it is given by the owners due to our entity concept. Even owner is separate from the business, correct? Any amount given by the owner is also treated as a liability, but because it is given by the owners, we will term it as capital, correct? Okay, so now what is happening here? Actually, there are two accounts involved. One is cash is coming into your business. Anything what comes in or cash increases in your business. Cash is an asset. If it increases, then I'll write it on the debit side. Cash account debit. Correct? Now, capital, my liability also increasing. So, to whom should I give this? This is capital to the owner, and hence I will write it as capital. So, my first entry is cash account debit to capital account. Now, what is the nature of account? I can write it as real personal nominal or asset liability expenses income. Any approach you can follow, but let us follow traditional approach here. Cash is real, capital is personal. What is the amount? 4 lakhs. Okay, here we have to write the narrations. So write the narration being capital introduced in the business. Okay, this is my first one. Moving on to the second. December 3, he withdrew cash for business from the bank 2000. See, he has withdrawn cash but not for his personal use. It is clearly mentioned it is for business. Until and unless it is not for his personal use, it is not drawings. It is for business use. It means it is, we have to relate it with the business expenditure only. Don't use drawings. Are you clear? Because it is nowhere said it is for personal use. It is clearly mentioned it is for business use. So he withdrew cash from bank. So on December 3, what has happened? He withdrew cash from bank. Cash account, cash balance increasing. So cash has debit balance. It is increasing. So again, debit it. Are you clear? So cash account debit, because cash increasing. Asset if increases, we have to debit. Asset if decreases, we have to credit. Now bank balance decreasing, it is also an asset, it is decreasing. So what I will do to bank account, cash account debit to bank account. Cash is real, bank is personal. Now what is the amount? 2000. Write down narration being cash withdrawn from bank. Being cash withdrawn from bank. Next transaction is of what date? December 5. He purchased goods making payment through bank 15,000. He purchased goods by making payment through bank. Now purchase of goods. Purchase of goods will come in the name of purchases itself. Yes, purchases, my expenses increasing, correct? So purchases have debit balance, that's expenses have debit balance. If expenses increasing, then I have to debit it again. Purchase account debit, correct? 2, payment made how? Through bank account. So to bank balance decreasing, and hence on the credit side. Okay, so purchases is nominal, bank is personal. What is the amount we have? 15,000. You can write down purchase of goods through bank. Narration being purchase of being goods purchased. That's also enough. Being goods purchased. Okay, clear? I am moving to the next page. You already know the headings, so I'm not writing the headings. Yeah. Okay, let's directly dive into the entry number. Next entry. I hope you're clear with the entry. Purchase account debit. Why purchase account debit? Because expense is increasing. Okay, because expense is increasing, so expenses have debit balance. If it increases, we have to debit it more. Next. 4th, December 8, he sold goods 16,000 and received payment through bank. He sold goods and payment received through bank. Your bank balance increases. So December 8, if your bank balance increases, I will debit it. Any asset increasing, debit. So bank account debit, because payment received through bank. Now what has happened? Your sales, your revenue, your income also increases. So hence to sales account. What are the personal? Sales real, sorry, sales is nominal. Okay, so what are the amounts given to us? 16,000, 16,000. We can write down being goods sold. Being goods sold. Okay, Clear? I hope I'm clear. 11th and 12th students will be doing very quick. See, if you know the answers, what I will tell is do it. Whatever you know, you can go faster and solve all the entries. Before I do, you can solve it. Okay? One who doesn't know and one who is catching up with me can solve with me. Next, December 10, he purchased furniture and paid by check 2,500. What has happened? Furniture purchased and check paid 2,500. December 10. Furniture purchased, furniture balance increasing, our asset increasing and hence debit. Furniture account debit because asset increasing. Payment made through check, bank balance decreasing, asset decreasing and hence on the credit side, furniture is real, bank is personal. Amount I guess is 15,000. Am I right? No, sorry, 2,500. So I'll write it as 2,500. Write down being furniture purchased, amount paid by check. Being furniture purchased and amount paid by check. Okay. December 12, goods sold to Arvind for 2,400. December 12, goods sold to Arvind. Now what shall I write? Whom, to whom we have sold the goods? Arvind. Arvind will become my trade receivable and hence Arvind account debit to sales account. Arvind is the receiver, so debit the receiver. Correct? Now income increases and hence credit. So Arvind is personal, debit the receiver. Sales is nominal. What is the amount of sales we have done? 2,400 rupees. We can write the narration being goods sold on credit. Okay, I think you will be clear. Yeah, chalo. Moving on, he purchased goods from Amrit 10,000 December 14. Goods purchased from whom? Amrit. Now, who is the giver? Amrit is the giver. Purchase account expense increases, so debit purchase to. Who is the giver here? Amrit is the giver. Amrit account. Credit the giver. Purchase is nominal. Amrit is personal. Of how much amount we have taken? 10,000. Are we clear? Write down narration being goods purchased. Okay, clear? Chalo. Moving on to the next one, December 15, he returned goods to Amrit 500. What should I do? December 15, returned goods to Amrit. Amrit is here, the receiver. Correct? So, returned goods to Amrit. Because we have purchased, we have returned it. So, it is purchase, return. Okay, my expense have decreased. That's also one of the reason I can write it on the credit side. So it is personal. Again, it is nominal. What are the amounts we have? Goods returned worth how much? 500 rupees. So write down the narration being goods returned to Amrit. Being goods returned to Amrit. Let me check for the mic once. Yeah. Next transaction is December 16. See what is the transaction? He received from Amrit 2,300 in full settlement. Now he received from Arvind 2300 in full settlement, correct? So let us find out in the previous entries, do we have Arvind somewhere? Yes. How much is Arvind's account? It is standing 2400 rupees balance, correct? Yes, the balance is 2400, but he is paying us how much? 2300. He has to pay us 2400, but he is paying us only 2300 in full settlement. He will not give 100 rupees later. What is it said here? Full settled. If he pays 2300, it is full settled. We are supposed to receive 2400, but he has paid us how much? 2300. Then that 100 rupees is my discount. Okay, who is giving us the discount? We were supposed to receive 2400, but we are getting only 2300. 100 rupees is a loss to us, correct? So loss, again debit. What is the nominal rule? Debit the losses. So first I am receiving cash, right? Anything mentioned? Here is nothing is mentioned. So I can take either cash, either bank. So cash account debit. Now discount account debit, because it is a loss to me of 100 rupees. 2. Who is giving me this amount? Credit the giver. So Arvind account. So cash is real, discount nominal, and it is personal. All the three ledgers have come here, correct? How much cash is received? Only 2300 received. How much not received? How much is the loss? 100. Total amount to be given by Arvind is 2400. This is how you will solve the entry. Clear? So debit side will always be equal with our credit side. So we'll write down the narration. Being cash paid by Amrit in full settlement, Arvind in full settlement. Clear? Okay, interesting. See, December 18, he withdrew goods for personal use 1000. Anything for personal use. Always remember, anything for personal use. It is always drawings. Anything for proprietor's use. Anything for proprietor. It is drawings. Clear? You should never forget this point. It should be imprinted here that anything for personal use is drawings. Whenever it is asked to you, at any point of time, even in your sleep, if I ask anything for personal use, it is which account? Drawings. Clear? Okay. I am revising this. I'm telling this again and again so that you should not forget. Okay, anything for personal use is my drawings. But what is he taking for the personal use? He's taking what? Goods for personal use, because we have shop. See, we many times, because it is our own cosmetic shop, we can use some products for our personal use also. So same way, this proprietor is also taking some goods for his personal use. He is taking what? Goods. What is he taking? Goods. Now whenever we get this word goods taken, which account must be credited? Please remember, whenever goods taken for any purpose, goods given as free samples, goods taken for personal use, goods lost in fire, goods given instead of salary, whenever this goods comes, so which account must be debited? Credited. Purchase account is credited. Clear? So whenever there is goods involved, which account is credited? It is purchase account, and it is always at cost price. Please make a star mark and write down, whenever there is goods involved, you have to credit purchase account and take it at the cost price. Clear? Journal, you have an important star mark note here. That is, if anything goods, any entry or transaction involves goods withdrawn or goods used, then you have to credit purchases, and that too it will be at cost price. Clear? Because we will, why ma'am, why should we credit the purchases? Because we will decrease our purchase accounts. Whatever goods have come, that is shown in purchases, you have recorded it in the purchases. That's always at the cost price only. When the goods are withdrawn, we will also show that purchase account balance have come low. So because purchases have debit balance, if I credit purchases, it automatically decreases the balance of purchases. Clear? So we will credit the purchase account. Clear? Chalo. With all the important star marks in our mind, let us solve the December 17th entry, 18th entry, goods withdrawn for personal use. So December 18th, first of all, it is drawings. Drawings account debit. Okay. December 18, drawings account debit, but goods withdrawn and hence it is to purchases account. Very good. So drawings is what? Again, personal. Purchases is nominal. Clear? So it is how much? 1000. Here cost price, sales price not given. So we will write whatever is given to us. When cost price and sales price both given to you, then you will take at which price? Cost price. Very good. Very good. Okay. So it is always taken at cost price. So write down being goods withdrawn for personal use. Being goods withdrawn for personal use. Now next, shall I move on to the next one? Yes, keep the Josh on. How's the Josh? Yes, students. Yes, friends. So yeah, let us solve it. December 20, he withdrew cash from business for personal use. Again, personal use, but he has not taken goods. He has taken what? Cash. So personal use, as soon as it is personal use, I'll use the word what? Drawings. Drawings account debit. But he has taken what here? Cash. So to cash account. Drawings is personal. Cash is real. What's the amount we have? 2000. Being cash withdrawn for personal use. Being cash withdrawn for personal use. Okay. Chalo, moving on to the next page. Let me erase some entries and write. What is the next transaction we have? Read the next transaction. You can solve the next one very quickly. Till the time I do this, you can solve it very quickly. Chalo. Move on. He paid telephone charges rupees 110. Very simple. Again, what's the date? I forgot to see the date. Telephone charges December 24. So write down December 24. Paid telephone charges is my expense. So telephone charges account debit. Telephone expense account debit to what is paid? Cash. So to cash account. How much is the amount paid? 110 rupees. So what is the nature? It is nominal. Cash is what? Real. So 110 rupees. Being telephone expenses paid. Being telephone expenses paid. Okay. I've said you already, I'll be writing the shortcuts, but you are not allowed to do so. Clear? Okay. Next. Amount paid to Amrit in full settlement 9450. Now find out where do we have Amrit's account. What I can see is these are the two transactions where I find Amrit. That is purchase of goods worth 10,000 and one there is a purchase return of 500. So total amount to be paid to Amrit is 9,500. We are paying how much? 9450. Okay, so you have to be very careful. You should just not focus on only one entry. Try to find if there is a return also. Okay, see, many a times I have seen students doing this mistakes in my class. Okay, just don't see 9,000 and 9450, the remaining is discount 550. No, because there is also a return of 500 to him. So net payable to him is 9500 and we are paying how much? 9450. So what is the amount of discount we are getting? That is 50 rupees. Correct? Because we are making the payment to Amrit. So it is on which date? 26th. So let me write December 26th. So Amrit account we are paying. So Amrit is the receiver here. So Amrit account, Amrit is receiving how much? 9450. We are paying him what? Cash. But we are also making a gain of 50 rupees. Gain. So hence credit. So Amrit personal, cash real, discount received account nominal. How much we are supposed to pay him? 9,500, but we have paid him a cash of 9450 and we are enjoying a discount of 50 rupees. Correct? So write down being cash paid to Amrit in full settlement. Being cash paid to Amrit in full settlement. Clear? Okay. Okay. Chalo. December 31 paid for stationery 200, rent 5,000, salary 2,000 from bank. Okay. See, now I can make a compound entry. The earlier what I have passed are single entries. Now I can pass a compound entry. I'll club all the expenses together: stationery, rent and salary. So all are my expenses. So I'll debit all the expenses. Stationery account debit, rent account debit, salary account debit. 2, it is paid by bank specifically given, so it is right to bank account. What are the amounts we had? 200, 5,000, 200, 5,000, and how much is the salary paid? Salary paid is 2,000. So in total it is 7,200 being expenses paid through bank. Write down the narration. Write down being expenses paid through bank. Okay, being the expenses paid through bank. Now write down the nature of accounts which we have not written. So nature of accounts here is stationery nominal, rent nominal, salary nominal, bank. Yes, what it is? Very good. This person. Clear? So last one, December 31, goods distributed by way of free samples. As I've highlighted, what is being distributed? Goods. Whenever we get goods, what we should credit? Very good, very good, very impressive. It is purchases. Have a star mark, highlighted one note. So we have to credit what? Purchases. So, but free samples, giving free samples is nothing but what? Advertisement, making the advertisement, correct? Yes. So, advertisement again, it is an expense. So, I'll write advertisement account debit. 2, because goods are given, I'll write what? Purchases. Understood? Got it? It is 2,000, 2,000. Advertisement, nominal. Purchases, nominal. Being, goods distributed as free samples. Okay. So this is our illustration number 5. Now we have some GST related problems also, which we will discuss in the next class. Thank you so much.